So we're back and ready for action, and as you see, man, we've made a lot of progress on our new development. The windows have been installed. We have a garage door currently being installed right now. We have the sod being installed in 2 days. We've passed multiple inspections, so this week has been a very productive week as far as for getting closer and closer to that deadline and getting closer to completion overall. And so yeah, I'm going to show you guys kind of like a walkthrough, more so in depth of everything that's been taking place over the last week and a half. So you guys can follow me through the progress of this entire project. Come with me to the walkthrough. So as promised, we're going to do a walkthrough and I'll show you guys kind of what's been going on over these past few weeks. And so, like I said, great news. The windows were finally installed. We had them delivered. The only setback and drawback I'll show you guys is that if you look, I think over here, there's a missing window right there. And then I think there's another missing window on the second floor. So out of 18, 2 of the deliveries were wrong. So we'll have those early in next week. Whenever you're building a house, this right here is way more valuable than even money itself. This is what gets you on to the next phase. So we have 3 of these currently right now on this project for this week. So we are in the bag. And also I'll do an update for the post. So I think I'm gonna do like a cedar wood post for the exterior. I wanted to kind of match all the aesthetics and also on the front door as well. I've kind of been slacking on the front door just because I haven't had too much luck with finding a reputable seller or anyone who's even motivated. Like I've contacted multiple building supply companies where I've ordered the rest of these materials, and anytime I talk about an exterior door, they kind of just like put it on the back burner. So that's been one of the delays with that. Also, I'm gonna have like a tongue and groove wood ceiling for this. I don't think ceiling is the right word. I don't know what the correct term would be, but for the front porch area, I'm gonna have like a wood look. The entire style of this home is a modern farmhouse. So I really want to match that aesthetic just moving forward. So let's go in the interior and see what's going on. So those are the 2 windows I was talking about earlier, as far as those being the wrong sizes. As you see also with the HVAC and ductwork, plumbing, everything has been kind of foamed and covered. You can even see the foam right here. So you'll have an energy inspection on these projects where the inspection pretty much wants to make sure that everything is sealed tight in order to move forward and move on to the installation phase. So that's one of the necessary requirements for that. As you walk through here, you'll see again, ductwork, plumbing, wiring, pretty much the whole 9 has been done. Oh, also, yeah, even the shower. I can show you guys, it's kind of like some development with the shower. So we even had a pass inspection with that. I have a valve right here. The shower is a decent size. I definitely would have preferred it to be bigger, but I think it'll get the job done for this project in particular on this one. So we can move a little bit closer over to the living room right here. And as you see, a lot of stuff going on over here. So I'm glad that we're able to kind of wrap up with the whole roughing stage. Yeah, it's been a hell of a process this entire time. So I'm glad that now we're finishing that up and can move on to the next phases of the entire project. I think I even mentioned, in the last video that had some issues with the plumbing. So to kind of give you guys a little context, there's a company that hired, I guess, a journeyman for the plumbing. And again, just that whole conglomerate of that entire company was just trash. Like, I hate to talk bad, but they were just unprofessional the entire way. So all of them got moved off, and I was like, look, man, I can't keep waiting on your deadlines. You tell me one thing, another thing happens, this, that, and the third. So I just hired out a new company to take on it, and like literally within 3 days it was finished, something that took them multiple weeks to try to get done. So that's, again, just a learning experience. You know, you kind of have to go through certain stuff to get to the others. So that was a learning lesson, but it is what it is. Part of the game. Can't complain about it. So we'll do a final walk through upstairs, and I'll show you guys kind of what's going on up there. Alrighty, cool. So as you see, again, we have some duct work over here, the windows over here, lighting as well. So you have recessed lighting all throughout the house. Just gonna have that modernized look. Yeah, man, everything's definitely coming together. This is the other window that was missing right here. I think it's funny because just a few weeks ago in the framing stage, you could kind of clearly see out of this window, and now the house next door has rapidly went up. So whoever gets this bedroom will now get to see a brand new house looking out here. So I think that's pretty interesting. Also, if you come over here, you'll see a tub over here. So we're gonna do, I think I mentioned that, the shower tub combo for this bathroom, because this is only the only full bathroom upstairs. So it's kind of necessary that we need that up here. Again, shower valves. I'll show you guys over here. I think also we had to put a wall up. There's something, an entrance. I have to see where it was placed at, but they made us make a correction over for the attic over there. So that was an interesting development. Yeah, and I guess walk you guys over here. So you see everything lining up, going over here. I feel like we got more windows than what we needed, because I saw 2 downstairs, and this is another one up here. So that would be 3. So that's an interesting development. But and I told them to cut out this paper, so I don't know why it's still sitting over here. Yeah, that's pretty much most of the development so far with this stage of the project. All your interior foundation type of stuff. I'm not saying foundation in the actual sense. I mean it just in the behind the wall sense, as far as laying all the groundwork for that and making sure that everything checks out so that you can move on to a proper house. I do like, though, that compared to flipping with new development, you're able to get everything correct and right the first time. So on the back end, whenever you do an inspection and a homeowner or home buyer is trying to buy a property, there's nothing that's like unexpectedly going to pop out behind the wall or anything like that, because we're seeing it live in action right now. So it can get corrected on the go, and I think that makes it a lot easier on the back end, just because it saves you headaches with kind of having to question, like, what am I going to get myself into on the inspection side. So I think moving forward on the next video, like I said, we'll have a sod in, we'll have the insulation in, hopefully we'll have the drywall. We just kind of have to see how things are moving with the schedule. The other 2 windows should be in. Oh yeah, we'll have the posts, metal roofing Saturday. So we have the shingles up for 80% of the house, but for a few sections and portions of the house consists of metal roofing. So we'll have that installed Saturday. So I should have a good update for you guys on the next one. Should be pretty exciting. Overall, man, like, I kind of feel like I knew what I was getting myself into. So even with the hurdles and obstacles, I don't really feel any sort of dismorale or anything like that. Like, I feel still very optimistic throughout the entire process. So I'll keep you guys updated on the next part of the project. So this video mostly focused on all the rough ends. As I've learned, I guess, throughout this entire experience, your rough ends are a very vital and important part of the entire house building process, because it's really all of your integral interior work that you don't really see much progress on the exterior, but it's all of the interior, like I said, the inside internal stuff that is very vital and important to all the other trades. And so I've realized and learned over these past few weeks that making sure that you hire properly, that the work is of quality, being on time and fast, all these things are very important to make sure that these things work in alignment and obviously get faster and closer to completion for all these different trades. So it's been definitely a learning experience. I wouldn't, like I said, trade it in for anything. But to conclude this video and wrap up, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a lot. And until next time, I'll catch you guys. Peace.